We wanted to make sure that we provide all students all open doors and opportunities to make an impact in the world. And I use the example that I don't know which kid is going to walk through my door that has the cure to cancer somewhere in their brain. And if we don't give them that opportunity to grow and have those doors open, and if we shut them for them before we get them out of high school, we don't know what they could have achieved and how they could have impacted the world. So that's our why.
The green one over here says provide every student every single day every opportunity to be the best version of themselves.
We began to think about how we can do things a little different. You guys were all at that faculty meeting, except perhaps a few, where we actually saw what some other school districts, namely Nashville, Tennessee, had done around what their secondary, in particular their high school.
We spent a lot of time looking at trends from the survey that I'm sure most all of you filled out. That drove the conversation, that drove the work. I'm happy to share that trend presentation with any of you so you can kind of see where that is. Now we're moving on, and we had some data prepared today around course failures, around graduation rates, around disproportionality. But the whole point of that data was to get to those whys. You guys got there without it.
Said collectively create and ensure an educational mindset and conditions where all of our students have lifelong choices, because we don't want it to be the SPED kids and the Reg Ed kids. We want it to be all of the kids.
SHS students should be academically and globally ready in a changing society to create a life for themselves and others that they can be proud of.
So some might be able to attend the early college high school. Some might need even a smaller community within that community. So we talked about creating like home bases for those freshmen, maybe even less travel, less transition.
There was a lot of conversation last week.
Our conversation focused on the student responses, which was about choice and interest. The list that students they wanted to see was a lot of choice. So we talked a little bit about, do classes like English 9 have to be a full year? Like, what do the state regs say? Like, could we break English 9 into semester class, for example?
I think one thing that really intrigued me with regards to what we're doing is really dreaming about the professions that our kids would be successful at, engaged with.
What can we do better? What do our students need? How can they be successful? So sometimes we're like pie in the sky, but we're like, yeah, but that's not everybody. So we want to make sure we added education, liberal arts, athletics, and then we got into the hooks. Like, what are our jobs for our students? You could be a veterinarian or journalist. Our students can tell great stories. They have lived experiences that we can only imagine.